I'm sure we've all experienced this at some point in our lives before. One moment a girl is proud to have you as her man and can't stop showering you with affection, and the next, suddenly she's gone cold and silent. Most guys would be left scratching their heads wondering what the hell happened. A few weeks go by, and then suddenly out of nowhere, she asks us to take a break in the relationship, or worse, to call off the relationship completely. What? Why? You ask her. She gives you some bullshit excuse that you know isn't the real reason, but it doesn't matter now, because it's too late. She's out of your life and you're left a broken man, shriveled up in the corner in the fetal position and weeping away like a little girl. You sit there in the corner, still feeling dumbfounded as to what you did that caused the breakup. You rationalize to yourself, if only I saw the signs earlier, then maybe I could have done something to prevent this from happening. But you can't turn back time. If you don't learn how to recognize the signs that your Vietnamese girlfriend or wife is losing interest in you, sooner or later she'll pack her bags and say sayonara. Which brings me to today's topic. In this video, I'll talk about the 5 signs that your Vietnamese girlfriend or wife is losing interest in you. Learning how to identify when your Vietnamese partner begins losing interest in you could be the difference between saving your relationship or annoying the hell out of all your close friends and family because you just can't shut up about how much you miss your ex and want her back. I'm sure they don't want to hear about you crying over the phone at 3 AM in the morning on a regular basis and wondering whether or not they should put you on their block list. So just do us all a favor and don't let it happen. Let's begin. Number 1. She takes a lot longer to text you back than before. This is one of the earliest warning signs that something is up in the relationship. Whereas in the past, you notice her replying back to your text in a prompt manner. Now she seems to take her sweet ass time messaging you back. Vietnamese girls are always glued to their phones 24/7, and no matter what hour of the day, they'll always have their phones on them at all times. A Vietnamese girl that is head over heels in love with you will respond promptly unless she is preoccupied with work, sleeping, or in the middle of taking a dump. A Vietnamese girl that has lost interest, on the other hand, will take her time to get back to you. You're no longer her number 1 priority. You might have been bumped down to number 3 or 4, or worse yet, get kicked to the curb altogether. Whatever it is, expect to see her take a lot longer to text you back when her interest levels are lower. Now, I do want to mention that if this happens once in a while, then it's nothing to be afraid of. There is no need to go into panic mode and start freaking out and acting all desperate and needy. That's a surefire way of sending her packing her bags even faster. Maybe there was one day out of the week she suddenly took 2 hours to get back to you because she was busy at work and couldn't access her phone while her boss was watching her like a hawk. However, if you notice that this is starting to become a recurring pattern, and now she takes forever to get back to you, then you know something is up. When you start noticing this behavior from her, it's time to start looking at what caused her to start losing attraction for you, and then try to rectify the situation. Number 2, she removes photos of you from her social media accounts. This one is a huge red flag. It's basically saying that, okay, you better do something fast, otherwise your ass is going to be out of the picture soon. Whereas in the past, she was more than happy to show you off to the world and make her friends jealous about her relationship. Now she's announcing to the world that things are about to end with you and she's going to be single soon. Just to give you guys an example of this, one of my ex-girlfriends, prior to breaking up with me, had removed all traces of her photos and videos together on her Zalo. And soon enough, as predicted, we ended up splitting up. When girls do this, it's their way of preparing for a breakup with you mentally. Removing all traces of you guys together will help her move on easier without any reminders of the time you spent together. If you suddenly notice that your girlfriend is taking down all those lovely photos of the 2 of you when you both went on that trip down to Da Nang or Dalat, maybe it's time to re-examine your relationship and whether or not there has been any issues as of late. And better do it quickly, before she finally pulls the plug and calls it quits. Number 3, she starts canceling dates with you. This is another surefire sign that she's starting to check out of the relationship with you. In a normal, healthy relationship, couples will want to spend a lot of time together and build their lives together. In fact, as the relationship progresses and you are doing all the right things, She'll want to spend more and more time with you until finally, you wake up one day and all of a sudden now she's spending every waking hour with you and you're trying to figure out how to get rid of her to get some alone time. But in the case of a girl losing interest in you, she'll want to do the opposite and start distancing herself from you. Are you noticing that she's not quite making as much time to be with you as she used to in the past? Did you get flaked on a couple of times already this week when you tried to make plans with her? Unless she had some major family emergency come up, there is no reason why she couldn't make at least some time to be with you. Reflecting back on my own experiences with this, no matter how busy any of my previous girlfriends were, they always found time to spend it with me, even if it was just for an hour or two. Now on the other hand, girls that weren't that attracted to me or lost interest wouldn't give me the time of the day. Girls that are attracted to you will want to spend time with you. They make it easy for the two of you to get together. Girls with low or fainting interest on the other hand will make it difficult to get together. If you notice that your girlfriend or wife is starting to cancel dates with you, or reduce the frequency of seeing you, then it's a sign that things are starting to go south in the relationship and you need to go into damage control before it's too late. Number 4. She doesn't seem present when she's with you. When a Vietnamese woman is attracted to you, she will appear full of energy and enthusiasm when she's in your company. Now on the other hand, a woman that has lost interest in you will appear bored and apathetic. She'll either just sit around and stare into space or play on her phone when she's around you. As her interest levels in you drop, you slowly become less and less of a priority in her life. What once was her wanting to consume every little bit of your attention throughout the day now turns into her becoming indifferent towards you. I had this happen with an ex-girlfriend of mine. In the past, she would appear vibrant and full of life whenever we talked on the phone and her attention was completely fixated on me. She wanted every single second of my attention. However, as time passed and she started to check out of the relationship and her interest levels in me dropped, suddenly when I called her up on the phone or when we video chatted, she appeared distracted and unamused by my company. I asked her, "What's wrong? You appear bored." She replied, "Oh, nothing. I'm normal." Normal my ass. I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know any better back then to try and dig deeper into the issue and try to fix it then and there. A month later, she asked for a breakup. How's that for normal? Even though she claimed she was acting normal, her behavior said otherwise and I knew it. Yet I acted too late and just brushed it aside. Never listen to what a woman says, but what her actions tell you instead. If she's telling you everything is fine, yet you notice her behavior is completely different, and you get that gut-wrenching feeling that things aren't just fine, then you need to address this issue immediately rather than putting it off. Otherwise, there's not going to be anything left for you to fix soon enough when she leaves you. Number 5. She's no longer affectionate with you. In the past, when her interest levels in you were sky high, she couldn't keep her hands off of you. But now that her interest level in you has taken a nosedive, she can't wait to be away from you. And of course, if you ask her why isn't she being affectionate anymore, you might get a slew of different answers that aren't the real reasons why, such as, "I'm tired. There's nothing wrong. Everything is normal." Whatever excuse she gives you, you need to ignore it and look at her actions and ask yourself this question. Was there anything that I did recently that upset her or could have caused her level of attraction for me to drop? Only then can you go and rectify the issues that cause her level of attraction for you to start falling off. Here are some signs that something is wrong. She no longer wants to cuddle with you. She doesn't hold hands with you anymore. When you're walking together, there will be a distance between you guys and she may even try to lead instead of following you. She no longer kisses you anymore. Now, while it is true that over time, a girl will become less affectionate towards you as all of those lovely doubly feelings associated with starting a new relationship with someone new subsides, it should never get to the point where she completely stops becoming affectionate with you. If you notice her suddenly stop being affectionate towards you altogether, this isn't a sign of normality, it's a sign that she's checking out of the relationship and losing interest in you. And you better do something about it quickly before she finds someone else to become more affectionate with. Well, there you have it, guys. 5 signs that your Vietnamese girlfriend or wife is beginning to lose interest in you. Remember, it's always better not to put yourself in this situation to begin with, rather than play damage control. However, with that being said, all is not lost. Learn how to recognize these signs early on and you stand a good chance of rectifying the situation with her and returning your girlfriend or wife back to her good old self. Now on the other hand though, fail to take any action and you'll soon find yourself hugging a stuffed teddy bear at night instead of your partner. The choice is yours. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, then just leave me a comment below. Anyways, thanks for watching and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.